keywords. Now, one of the places where you can find keywords are places like what's this place called again? Um, Hold on, I think I had it open. You can find it on platforms like Ahrefs. You can also find it on platforms like what is this place called again? I wrote it down. Okay, everythingpublic.com. Yeah, everythingpublic.com or Ahrefs, everything public. So those are platforms where you can get keywords where people are searching for. So when you get these keywords that people are searching for, you can now optimize your content, to be in sync with those keywords and also be in sync with your website. All right, so basically you are researching keywords that are in line with what your target audience is searching for. If you want your website to rank higher on the search engine results page, you have to make sure that you are researching keywords that the target audience are searching for, right? And you can now use these keywords to optimize your website and also your content. Do you understand? So let's talk about content creation a bit when it comes to the fundamentals of SEO. Now, content is king when it comes to SEO. The reason I say content is king is because it is literally the backbone of what your it's literally the backbone of what people are in search for. So if you want your page to if you want your website to obviously rank higher in search, right? The content of that particular website has to be top tier in a way that it contains what the user is searching for. It also contains basically it has to contain what the user is searching for, because if it doesn't contain that, then it is obviously useless to them, right? So you have to make sure that your content is top 10. Like, it is very, very excellent when it comes to what your target audience is searching for. So your content should also be high quality and should be informative, and it also should be relevant to your target audience. Now, these are things that I've already emphasized, like in the beginning of the class, like when we first started in week one, where I talked about content marketing and content creation, where your, your content has to be high quality, it also has to be informative, it also has to be relevant to your target audience. Now, content is king, right? Because it's essentially the backbone of your the entirety of your website, right? So you have to make sure that the content of your website is optimized with keywords, but is also packed with information with what you know the searcher is looking for, so that it is not just useless to them. Now, let's talk a bit about on-page SEO. Like I mentioned before, right, it refers to factors within your control. So you have to make sure that your website is well structured and that your content is also optimized, with keywords that your target audiences are searching for. Okay, I've talked about this before. Okay, let's talk a bit about link building, because I had spoken about on-page and off-page SEO before. So link building is the process of getting other websites to link to yours, and backlinks are one of the most important factors in SEO, and it's important because it helps to focus on building high quality backlinks. Now, I talked about backlinks in the previous slides, where backlinks are basically links from other websites to your own. Now, link building is basically a process where um, you have you have you have not just one website, you have multiple websites that are linking to your own, that are basically linking to your website. So it's a process of like building relationship with other websites, where other websites are obviously pointing in direction to your own website when it comes to a search of a particular thing, right? So if I'm looking for top 10 fitness exercises for weight loss, right? If I've created content around that on my website, right? If I'm going to use backlinks to make sure that um, it helps me to rank higher in search, there has to be like 3 to 5 other websites that are also pointing to my own link to my own website where I've talked about, those fitness exercises to help you lose weight. Do you understand? So link building is just a process of getting other websites to link to yours and making sure that it is because when it links to yours, what it's telling the search engine is that it is what people are looking for. So because there are more than 1 or 2 or 3 websites that are leading to yours, what is telling the search engine like Google is that there are people that are interested in this particular website, which is your own. There are people that are searching for this content that you have created, which is your own. So basically, what Google will now do with that feedback is that it now starts increasing the ranking of your own website on the search engine results page, where depending on how many websites are pointing to your link, like depending on how many links backlinks are pointing to your own links, it would start ranking your own websites to rank higher in search because of the impact of those backlinks that have linked to your own website. So basically, this is like a very basic and straightforward introduction to SEO. SEO is a very it's a very technical topic and also a very comprehensive topic. You just need to grab the fundamentals of what SEO is about because they are very, very simple and straightforward concepts. But you also need to also understand like the technical applications to SEO, which are things that I've talked about in this class. So when it comes to practicalizing all of these things, it will now be you or yourself, the student, who is, making sure that you are using things that you've learned from this class in your own website. I think the last feedback I did from this class was that a lot of you guys don't have websites. So what you want to be doing now, right now, is like having to get your website, like build your website. You can't do that, get a developer or use like platforms like WordPress or skill or what's this platform called, Squarespace, or any of those um, um, paid website builders where you can use to build your own website for your business. And when you're doing this, you have to make sure that you're making use of all these SEO techniques that we have mentioned in this class. So I can just go back to the first slide and then you can take screenshots, or if you've been writing or following, you can just grab the headers of documents where you can now do your own search on YouTube. Just learn more about all these things that we've talked about here. They are very, very basic topics that we read extensively on to just get more understanding. So that is essentially like the end of this class where we talk about SEO. And in our next class, we are going to be talking about social media optimization. Right, this module that we're in is basically a module where we talk about search engine optimization. And under search engine optimization, we're looking at the techniques of on-page optimization, off-page optimization as well, where we've talked about things like titles, meta tags, and keywords. So um, I would just implore that you guys do a lot of extensive research and reading on this module because it is very, very important if you're going to really understand how SEO works. Do you understand? So when you do an extensive research on YouTube using things that we've talked about in this class, like keywords that we talked about in this class, like on-page optimization, off-page optimization. If you type that in YouTube, you're definitely going to see like videos that talk about these things extensively. So I'm just going to implore you guys that you do your own extensive. It's more like an assignment where you're doing your extensive research on search engine optimization to get more insight and more knowledge about it. So that's about it with this class. In our next class, we're going to talk about social media optimization, where we're talking about like introduction to social media marketing, advanced Facebook marketing, Twitter marketing, LinkedIn marketing, social media analytical tools, and things like that. So yeah, that's essentially it. This brings us to a close and to an end of the class. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and make sure you still do your extensive research as an assignment. All right. All right. Enjoy your day.